Welcome to Leadership Labs. I'm Louise and Maurice, leadership mentor and founder of the Academy for Holistic Leadership. We are continuing with my Get Results Confidence Coaching Framework. When you hear me say client, I want you to imagine the person or group of people you lead and apply the training to your real-world leadership situations. Let's continue. In Lab 3, you learn through interactive NLP-based activities. You practice human-centered leadership in action, applying emotional intelligence in real-time situations. All the resources I mention in this professional training are free and linked in the description below. Let's get started. In that last lecture, we talked about the value that the culture places on confidence. And for some of your clients who are struggling in this area, this is the challenge for them. Well, in step number 3 for session 6, this 15 minutes really is focused on the SHINE procedure, that neuro-linguistic programming technique we're going to focus on is mind movie. Now, it's called mental rehearsal, but I like to say mind movie because most people understand that. But the mental rehearsal is for the new experiences. In session number 1, they had that mind map, that benchmark of how they see themselves. And if they're going to create the new standards, the new rules, the new values of confidence so that they can live their best life, they have to really connect with what is holding them back. And for some people, it is about, okay, am I coming across as being self-assured or self-absorbed? Now, I show you this because this is the confidence assessment that as you continue on later on in the course, I'm going to go through this. I've got the self-image one as well as this confidence assessment. Because we all know that there is a fine line between being confident and being egotistical. And this is where some people this is where there's that disconnect for them because they were taught possibly that if I come across as being self-assured, then I was told that I was being egotistical and get off your high horse and who do you think you are? And this is the language that they've heard. So this is the mind movie that keeps getting played over and over and over again. And sometimes it's difficult to know where this line is, especially with ourselves. Do you know if you come across as self-assured or arrogant? And for some of the people that you might be coaching, especially if you go into an organization, and the client is like, well, I don't need you, I'm confident. Yet the team lead or the manager or the department head is saying, well, no, actually you are arrogant and our customers don't want to deal with you because of this arrogance. Yet arrogance is just a layer of protection that they have around them, a personality that they have just developed. And it's their beliefs that quite possibly they were told that, hey, if you want to be seen as confident, you have to be self-assured, yet they've crossed that fine line. So there's so much that people have learned and absorbed and what creates their inner world, yet they don't realize that it's really a put-off now. And people want to deal with more authentic, more real, more genuine human beings as opposed to these robots. So there is that fine line, and a lot of people don't understand that. And that's where this assessment will help them deal with that. And that's where, yes, people like this definitely need a confidence coach to bring them into a reality that is more conducive to humanness, for beliefs, and they got to shine the spotlight on areas that they might be struggling. But they might also be in a world where they can't come across, if they're confident and they come across as self-assured, then they will be rejected. So they have to develop a new mind movie. They have to get into a space where they can see themselves being true to who they are, but being in a way that is more natural and normal for them. and develop those new beliefs. So this is a free resource. It's a mindfulness app. And this mindfulness app will let them really develop in a way that they feel comfortable with. Remember, it's about them owning every aspect of how they see themselves, no longer being tied to other people's beliefs and definitions about who they are. And sometimes it's about letting go of that self-absorbed view that they have of themselves. So regardless of the client that you're dealing with and what their benchmark is, they need this confidence coaching to help them develop in a way that supports them moving forward. Peace, power, purpose. But the mindfulness, the free one, gives them morning meditations, mindfulness meditations, advanced meditations, and eyes open training. And all they have to do is sign up for the free one. And when they're in that relaxed state, they can start seeing themselves go into their new avatar and being in a way that they feel comfortable with. And especially if they're more introverts now as opposed to extroverts, they have to take baby steps. All right, go and check out that app. Before moving on to the next step, remember that confidence assessment is later on in this course. It's part of the original course, and you can still use it in so many different ways. As we move on in the next lecture, we will look at step number 4 and making the connections. Let's continue. In that last lecture, we talked about how some of your clients are not even mindful of the beliefs that they have, and they haven't been able to make that connection between the beliefs, their core beliefs, even just everyday beliefs, how those determine their actions, their behaviors, what they do, what they don't do. And this is where, people, well, I'm just not confident. Well, it goes a lot deeper than just being confident or not confident. By now, you're starting to see that connection as I've been moving you through these sessions. And that's exactly what's going to happen for your clients. But that mindfulness, it really is important, because as we move into step number 4, 10 minutes, this is ending with shine, performance, confident steps, putting what they've just learned into a step-by-step process and helping them to determine exactly what they are going to do with that information. Remember, this is about empowering your clients to get results. It's not about you telling them how to get results. It's about empowering your clients with everything that they need, because it really is a step-by-step process, and it's those baby steps. But again, when you're asking them the questions that I've mapped out for you to ask them, it's about moving them along and what they just learned. How is that going to inspire them to develop new beliefs, beliefs that are true for them today? It's amazing how many people, adults, regardless of the age of the adult, how they just hold on to the beliefs that were given to them by their parents, their families, their siblings, everything that they grew up with. Sometimes you'll even hear them talk about the school and that teacher that told me I was this way or that way. And this is where this process gives them permission to let go of those beliefs and to know that they're still safe in doing it. They can have their own beliefs and still be a part of their family. That is okay. And they're understanding that, and they're able to encourage themselves, and then you as the coach can add on to that encouragement as well as that motivation, because it will take motivation, and then their own celebration. This is where they have to own this entire process, because if they're going to move forward with confidence and they're going to have those new beliefs that support them in every area of their life, they have to start to apply this process and not look for other people to do that. All right, as we move on, we're going to look at step number 5 and how you end session number 6 with your clients. Let's continue. Thank you for completing this Confidence Coaching Leadership Lab. Every skill you practice here strengthens your ability to lead with clarity, confidence, and grounded presence in real-world situations. If you'd like to continue developing your human-centered leadership and coaching skills, you'll find additional resources, leadership labs, and professional training. Links in the description below. I appreciate you being here and investing in your growth as a leader.